What is it about fear that controls the majority of most people's lives? I mean, most people are so inundated with fear that they can't function. They can't make decisions. Everything you hear about that people usually want to argue against, like being sheeple or not going after that chance, it's all revolved around fear. But why do we allow it to happen? My thing is fear is your imagination already expecting the worst results if this happens. And so you don't want that to happen. And so you will do something that often is worse. And it's so confusing to me. People are so scared to be a failure, so scared that people are going to look down on them, so scared that people are going to judge them and think certain things about them. Like, who the hell cares what other people think? Do they write your checks? Even if they do, or do they sleep in the same bed as you? What does their opinion really matter? When I started my journey in researching Christianity and other religions, fear was one of the biggest denominators in Christianity and in Muslim and in Judaism. Fear had a lot to do with everything. It was simply they were afraid that if they made this wrong choice, they were going to spend all of eternity into hell. And yet, I hadn't talked to anybody that ever actually researched where that thought process came from or why. It's like people are just so comfortable with being scared. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. And so they think when they tell me that I'm damned to hell or I've been called a false prophet, a heretic, I never said I was a prophet at all. So it's actually kind of a compliment, to be honest. I mean, Jesus was called a heretic and a false prophet. But I don't care. I'm not following fear. I'm not even following faith when it comes to my spirituality. I'm following research. And it confuses people because a lot of people assume that whenever you're research based, that means that you become some type of atheist or Scientologist or something like that. And I'm not. I completely 100% believe in, you say spirit, God. People say universe. I'm not going to get offended by that. What is a name? I mean, what's that old saying go? It's the name of a rose by any other name is still a rose. What does it matter what the name is? What does it matter that somebody believes differently? The best way to get rid of fear is punch it right in the face. I used to be terrified of heights. And then when I took a break from law enforcement the first time, I was going off of a 5-year addiction of Lortabs, pain pills, doctor prescribed. And I became a cell tower climber, climbing 400, 500, 600 feet up in the air on a tower that at the top is only about that wide. I'm not scared of heights anymore. I used to be scared of water. I learned how to ski, water ski. I've said it once and I've said it 1,000 times. Greatness lies on the other side of uncomfortable. You can't allow fear to stop you from becoming great because you're not the only one that's being hurt by it. I mean, could you imagine if Leonardo da Vinci used fear to it stopped him from doing what he needed to be done? Or Winston Churchill? Or our founding fathers? Or the Wright brothers? They allowed fear. I mean, imagine Orville Wright being scared of heights and he wouldn't get up there, wouldn't fly. Fear should have nothing to do with any of your decisions. Emotions shouldn't have anything to do with your decisions. Grab fear by the face and take a good, long, hard look at it. Figure out why you're scared. That's how you get over it. Why was I scared of heights? I didn't want to fall. Because once you start falling, you can't stop and you just die. But then I looked at it, I'm like, that's why I make sure that my pelican hook is on tight. I make sure I always have 3 points of contact. So I no longer had to be scared. I used to be scared to death to get in front of a camera. I didn't know what to say. Hell, I still don't know what to say. But I make sure that I get up here and I say something. It may sound stupid. You may not watch it all. I may say the wrong words, but that's how I get better. Figure it out. Stop letting fear rule your life. Look at this recent thing we went. Everybody have known for decades that a mask cannot at all prevent a virus from being spread. That was never the intention. It was actually stop stuff like bacteria, spit coming off of somebody. Not a virus. It wasn't meant for that. But people didn't ask professionals. They asked people that don't study that at all. And they listen to them because they have white coats. There was a study done. I believe it was at Harvard. This doctor attached this guy to electrodes in one room. And he could hear another guy ask him questions in another room. And the other guy in the other room had these little buttons he would push. He'd ask a question. If you get it wrong, you get a zap of electricity. You get a second one wrong, the electricity gets worse. It gets worse and it gets worse. And they did that. And what they had found is that these guys would hear the person screaming and they look at the guy in the white coat. And the guy in the white coat never says, keep going. He only says, it's okay. He never tells you directly that you are supposed to keep going no matter what. But he says, it's okay. It's all right. They had found that 90% of people, I believe the numbers may be off a little bit, but it was a good chunk of people, would go up until death. They'd push the button, the person would be screaming, yelling, hollering, oh, stop it, it hurts, I don't want any more. I don't want to play this anymore. And the guy would look at the guy in the white coat, the doctor, the professional, the man in charge, and he'd say, it's okay. And he'd keep doing what he's told. Now, truth to be known, the other guy wasn't hooked up to anything. It was fake. But they were testing to see what people would do. Most people will listen to what's in charge because they're scared instead of just standing up and doing the right thing. Very rarely does fear actually get you to do something that you're supposed to do. It can. You can use fear as a fuel. I do a lot. When I'm scared of something, that means that I definitely need to do it. And so I just do it. Don't let fear stop you from being great. We're all failures. We've all failed at something. We've all looked like fools. And when we die, we're all going to look like fools again. Because none of us know exactly what's going on. So don't let people control you. Be the captain of your own ship. Stay in peace. Stay in love. Hey guys, I want to personally thank everyone for liking and sharing my videos. If you want to continue to see my content, all you got to do is press that subscribe button and I'll notify you as soon as a new video comes out. I don't get paid for any of this. So if you want to buy some of my merch, like my shirts, like Jesus is a Badass or my Don't Be a Dick shirt, you can easily go to my merch store, which is at SOGtv.org, which I will have it in the description at every video. So push that, go buy yourself a shirt. I appreciate it. Have a blessed day, and I will see you at the next episode. Thank you.